Panthers on Apple 98.5 FM. Welcome to round 3 action. Not far off a start here. White in the middle, donning the number 10 for Melton South. Another inclusion from Bairnsdale in the off-season. Olsen with King, Burton, still Dreyer, German as well. Dransman in the ruck for Melton South. There's the ball up. Both ruckmen went early. Knocked forward there by Sullivan. Chance here for King for an early touch. Went without it. Ball hurried forward there by Sullivan. Got deep into attack here. An opportunity for the Panthers. Mopping up well there was Hughes. Ball fell in the hands of Bartlett, who goes out of side. Had too much on it. Over the line, out of bounds on the full. Good early clearance from the Panthers.
Good clearance. Interesting contest in the middle. Dransman jumped straight into Burton. So means business today.
Into attack go the Panthers to the top of the square. Reading it well was Wardell. Did everything but take the mark. Soccer off the ground. Doesn't quite have enough on it. Opportunity there for White to keep the ball in play. Ball spills off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. About 15 metres around from the Melton South goal.
Once again, same as last week. Wardell a bit scratchy early. Dropped a relatively easily mark that he should have taken there.
There's the throw-in. Will Burton just push Conway out of the way. Chance for Christopher. Do the mopping up. Hand pass was good. Got it to Waddell on the run. He went out wide looking for Blundell. Had too much on the kick. Chance here for the youngster there in Theo. Hand pass inboard went to nobody in particular. He had to do his own sharking in the end. There wasn't even a player there, Fridge. But nervous start there for the youngster from the Western Jets.
Yeah, no, interesting, those two boys from the Jets. Young Curtis and Theo.
Boundary throw-in. Burton does the ruck work. Excellent tap. Got it there, still dry. Didn't break stride. Right foot kick inside to attack. Owen should take this on the second grab. He does. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. And just looking at where Pendlebury ended up in that aerial contest, he was 20 metres behind Owen.
No man's land, Todd. No man's land.
And Owen will go back and have a shot on goal. Mixed memories of this ground for the Cobras captain, of course, breaking his nose in the opening 5 minutes of the away trip here to Melton South back in 2018.
Cast severely, he was.
So Owen with the shot on goal from about 40 metres out, kicking to the Melbourne end, pretty much directly straight in front. Distance won't be a problem, but accuracy will. Off to the right, minus score. First score of the afternoon, going to Baccchusmarshvert. I think they're kicking with a slight breeze, albeit a cross breeze in this opening term, Fridge.
Yeah, no, it is blowing across the ground, across to the Mitre 10 store on the outer side, Todd.
Ball to come back into play. The Cobras combining through Chapman and the like. Kicks kept low just inside the boundary line. Curtis is outnumbered here, the youngster. Might have caught one high. Umpire didn't see it.
Should have got
ball
one
at
there.
ground level. There'll be a ball up. Led off there for the Cobras and Nick Stilldryer. On half forward. Coach's box side of the ground for the Cobras. Burton's tap missed it, but he got it on the second go with a kick out of the congestion with a high kick. Mepstead does the spoil for Melton South. Off hands over the line for a boundary throwing.
Sullivan is close checking on Nick Stilldryer. Obviously, Heath has identified last week's game of Nick's and trying to nullify him with Sullivan.
Throw in, tap one by Burton to Stilldryer, the man you speak of. Got it to German, quick hands to Parente. Couldn't gather cleanly, the youngster. Shea taken to ground by Fino. Right on half forward here for the Cobras. The umpire will come in to ball it up. We've been playing a tick over 3.5 minutes opening term. It's the Cobras who lead by a point. Burton on top early, wins that tap, got it to Stilldryer. Has his third or fourth touch in the opening 3 minutes. Make that 4 or 5 as he leads back on the kick. Shot on goal. And there's the opener to the Cobras. Just what they would have wanted. Tick inside 4 minutes. The Cobras lead 7. Melton South yet to score.
Continued on from last week's performance, Nick Stilldryer. If you let him off the chain, give him that opportunity, he will hurt you. And other times, he racks up possessions, and sometimes his kicking does let him down. But if you give him any opportunity, he will hurt you inside 50.
Yeah, 5 possessions inside 5 minutes. He's on track for 100 plus. He's got the opening goal. There's the ball up.
There's a good
tap one by Burton. King knocked the ball. Okay, well towards Blundell. Players ran away from him, and the kick inside 50 was good and found Owen on the chest.
Once again, Pendlebury giving him too much leverage at the moment.
Now, Owen would be well aware of the minus 50 ring they've got around here at Melton South. It's probably the best part of 40 to 45, and he's going to go back and have a shot on goal. Bacchusmarsh 7 lead Melton South yet to score, just with the 1 forward 50 entry in the opening 5 minutes. The Panthers, as Owen leans back on the kick. Distance again not a problem, but accuracy, a mirror image of his opening shot on goal. He has 2 behinds as he misses off to the right. Short kick in from defence is okay from the Panthers. They go wide to Thornton Gillen with ball in hand. Looking for some movement. Gets around Parente, has to get on his preferred left. Notman dropped what he should have taken. Ball at ground level. Willits has 2 to beat. Panthers have got the numbers. White concedes some ground with a hand pass to Thornton Gillen. I speak of Will. Transfers play out wide. Excellent running there by the youngster there in Theo, who marks on the defensive 50. Kick in board to Pendlebury. Plays on. Hand pass was okay. Right foot kick from the Panthers. They got the ball towards half forward. Good spoil. Chance here for Conway at ground level with strength. Throws the ball onto the boot. Curtis negotiates his way through traffic onto the preferred left boot. Goes deep into attack. Bartlett quite happy to see the ball over the line and out of bounds on the full. And they'll take the resultant free kick deep in the back pocket for the Cobras as the Panthers kick to the Melton City end in this opening term. Shea leads up. Comfortable with the kick. Transfers playing to the defensive goal square.
Yeah.
And Burton can go to King. He's forced to hold up a bit, but he's got enough space and time to mark. Plays on, keeps the kick low. Good stretch there by Hughes. Thought the ball was meant for Christopher, but Hughes did well. Weighted the kick equally as well towards Willits. He's got time to gather. He's got 1 to beat, and it's Thornton Gillen. The tackle was good. Parente dropped the ball. The umpire let it go, and the Panthers here have got numbers and they can get out. Hand pass in board here. Well, Thornton Gillen went to go, but went by foot in the end. Went along the line there towards Fino. He's outnumbered. Hand pass from Christopher, got it to Wardell. Had to be quick by kick. Got towards half forward. Owen at the back takes the mark. Just pushed Olsen under the ball. Every bit of experience there from the Cobras captain as he goes short with the kick. The kick was pretty ordinary. Went in the Martin direction. Tries to throw the ball to boot from ground level to the advantage of Parente. But the boundary line will beat them all over the line. Boundary throw in about 25 metres around from the Cobra goal.
He's up and about, Jake, at the moment. You know, like just unfortunately he's missed those first 2 set shots on goal. Boundary
throw in. Cobras in attack. Martin to do the ruck work. Hand over his shoulder, but German might have caught one too. Umpire said no. Martin's hurried left foot kick out of the congestion. Had too much on it to Griffiths. Off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in adjacent to the behind post. Cobras deep in attack.
Just seem to be hesitating a little bit at this point of time. Todd, Melton South, they got no direction in their play just at this point of time. They're sort of chipping and trying to find a way through.
There's the throw-in. Chance here for White. Just sockers it out of nowhere to the true half-back position. Christopher reading it well. Kick behind the play. Right foot kick to the top of the goal square. Owen goes back and takes another grab. Surely he can't miss from here. Fridges, he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Chooses to play on. Oh, he's hit the post. Can you believe it?
I was just going to say, Todd, he wouldn't be invited for Sunday dinner, but that just makes a good thing of it.
Well, yeah, if you had to read on the pedigree or soon-to-be family tree there, who do you think you are? You'd probably see the link back to Wayne Fridge Freeman, our co-host here this afternoon, as Owen balls up that 3rd shot on goal. Out of defence goes Melton South now. Opportunity here for Mevstead. Right foot kick was okay. Got it towards Curtis through the middle of the ground. Kick comes wide. Cobras have got the numbers. Well trapped there by the youngster there in Porter. He was dispossessed though as soon as he got it. Copping one high there was Wood, and he'll take the free kick on half forward for the Panthers. They'll need to do something with this entry. Cobras have got numbers back. They go wide to Conway. Had Belden a beat. Went through both of their hands over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Good to see Alex Porter get a chance, you know, a debut. He's not a bad footballer, a little bit of size about him, and does use the footy well, Todd.
There's the ball in. Tap one by Burton's shoulder in the end as they get out of trouble through German. Right foot kick to the Social Club side, centre wing. Chance here for Willits. It sits okay. Weighs up the options. Concedes some ground to Porter. Hand pass from Porter. Got it to Martin. Back to Willits. Running out of space and time and numbers here, the Cobras, as they negotiate by hand through Martin to Porter. Finally, they get ball to boot. It's a bit of an errant kick, but a dangerous kick to the top of the square. Chance here for Theo to do the mopping up for the Panthers with hand. They get the ball to Sharp. Sullivan running back. Oh, just fell over. That didn't look good. He looks at a world of hurt there, Sullivan. Ball at ground level. Chance here for Sharp. They need the other Sullivan to get involved. Ball falls into the hands of German. Pot shot at the goals. Off to the right through for a minor score. But I tell you what, the trainers will be out to check out on Sullivan. He just fell awkwardly there, didn't move, and he looks in a world of hurt. Looks like there'll be a pause in play, Fridge.
Yeah, look, he just seemed to, when he went to turn, his feet went from underneath him. So hopefully it's not too bad, but they're calling for the stretcher. So, unfortunate for the young fella, Todd.
1 goal, 4-10 Bacchus Marsh. 3 of those behinds coming to Jake Allen, the other to Tom German in that last passage. And the opening goal of the game, of course, coming through Nick Stilldryer in the opening 4 minutes. We've been playing a tick over 11 minutes now. Bacchus Marsh 10 lead, Melton South 0. Cobras on top here, to be fair to say, Fridge.
Well, they've probably dominated, 9 minutes of play in this game, Todd. The Raiders only 1-4, so, I hope it doesn't come back to haunt them later in the day.
Yeah, like we were suggesting that the scoring end may well be the end that the Cobras are kicking to in this opening term. Conversion. Let's hope it doesn't let, for the Cobras' sake, it doesn't let them down. They lead by 10. But defensively, they'd be happy. Melton South yet to have hit the scoreboard with 11 minutes gone. Yeah,
look, they've only had, I think, maybe 3 inside 50s. And you can actually see what they're about. Really, it's one-way traffic to the number 7. So I don't know where their options are with regards to, finding another forward to kick goals from, Todd. Whether they have to swing a Pendlebury, forward, whether they put Ollinson forward.
Well, maybe Pendlebury's that man in defence, given they're kicking with the Cobras are kicking with the Breeze in this opening term. We've got Bill here. Bill's going to look up the current scores of the other Ballarat Football League games, because they'll, of course, be 15 minutes into their opening terms. So we'll get an update score for you there. Cobras, they'll be happy with their reserves win earlier this afternoon. Of course, no under-19 match. Melton South not fielding 18.
Yeah, no, they had a good victory. Started well. Had a good lead up to half-time, and last week they dropped away, and obviously they didn't want that to happen this week, and they had a really good win this week.
So Ryan Bartlett just coming off and just getting a reboot with liquids, I imagine, but unfortunately for Melton South, it's not good. Sullivan, 50-plus games player for the club, and he's only a youngster as well, so everything all before him.
They haven't had a lot of luck, Melton. First round, they lost 3 players before half-time. I think they lost 2 blokes in the first quarter, and then someone before half-time in their opening round. So they're not having a lot of luck with injuries, Melton.
Yeah, so the Sullivan that we speak of, because for the benefit of our Melton South listeners, it's actually Billy Sullivan who's leaving the ground on a stretcher. Suspected knee injury there. And Matthew will fly the flag for the Sullivan family with the Panthers for the remainder of the afternoon. Well, for the Panthers' sake, you might think that might be some inspiration. Get some want and some need into their footy in this opening term, Fridge.
Well, the stoppage may sort of help them to reset again, Todd, because I just think Bacchus Marsh in the first 10 minutes of this game are all over them at the moment.
So we'll restart play after that 4-minute delay for the exit of Sullivan. It'll be a left foot kick from Pendlebury. Gee, got plenty of it right to the middle of the ground. Oh, excellent fly there at the back there from Conway. Wastes no time through the middle. Goes long, looking towards Wyatt. Hughes did well to negate Wyatt's access to the footy. Second effort good, just hurries the ball out wide towards the boundary line. South will be wanting a deliberate here. That's obviously come off hands over the line. Boundary throw in. About 45 metres around from the Melton South goal, right in front of the Social Club here. Melton South 10 lead, Bacchus Marsh 10 lead, Melton South yet to score. There's the throw-in. Burton in front, got pushed out of it by Conway. Umpire let it go. Chance here for German, got wrong-footed, and then went to ground, tried to knock it further forward, but couldn't. Porter in there, fighting hard for the football with Jake Thornton Geelan for Melton South, but the umpire will come in and pick the ball up. Right on half-forward here.
He's had a couple of touches, Porter. What I've seen is really good.
15 and a half minutes gone opening term. Bacchus Marsh lead by 10. Burton just grabbed it out of the ruck and hand passed the ball to the open space and found Shea, who got it towards Schwarzenberg, who got it to King, who's under the pump, taken to the ground by Curtis. The umpire says too long. It's Curtis wastes no time, goes inside 50. King still on the ground. Looks at a bit of pain. Keep an eye on him, Fridge, as they'll do the mopping up. Out of defence, the Cobras. Excellent tackle there from Schwarzenberg as Burton's 20-metre hand pass found German right on the corner of half-back. Keeps the kick low in the Owen direction. Took the mark. Well, on half-volley, can't pay those. Ball fell free to Griffiths, who gave it to Shea from Truce at half-forward. Kicked it to an open forward line. Donomade needs a friendly bounce, but he's knocked to the ground by Chapman. The ball comes off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. Coast to coast from the Coppers, out of the fence. Now they're deep forward, 20 metres around from goal.
King's up and about. I just think his pride might have been hurt then.
Might have knocked the crown off for a moment there, you think, Fridge?
Yeah, not bad on the crownies either.
There's the boundary throwing. Germany in amongst it again. Concede some ground with a hand pass. There's some hurried kick to the top of the square. Griffiths fighting hard. Couldn't gather. Soccer off the ground there from Shea. Off to the right through for a minor score. In fact, it might have been... Yeah, it was him.
Shea.
It was Shea. Got it right the first time. 1-5. Bacchus Marsh lead Melton South. Yet to score. Kick in out of defence went the Olsen direction, and Parente has done well to our pointies. More senior opponent as Pareto pumps the ball inside 45. Pendlebury just threw one arm up at it, misread the footy, and waiting at the back there was Griffiths for Bacchus Marsh. Marks on the chest, just inside the boundary line. Will go back and have a shot on goal. Distance won't be a problem here. It's all about accuracy for the Cobras in this opening term. They're 1-5-11. They lead Melton South yet to score. 17 and a half minutes gone opening term. So Griffiths with ball in hand. Comes in, sets sail for the judge, and guilty of being off to the right once again. Let off for Melton South. 1-6-12 Bacchus Marsh. Lead the Panthers yet to score near 18 minutes gone opening term.
Yeah, look, like I said before, Todd, Bacchus Marsh just dominated the play in this first 10 or 12 minutes. They just seem very hesitant and with decision-making. Melton South, it's all this short chipping stuff.
So Pendlebury runs his full measure and then goes short. The kick's okay. Finds Lloyd. He goes inboard with the left. Kick has to be good. It was sharp. Gathered the ball defensive 50, then didn't know where to go. Gather was good at ground level from Jake Thornton Gillen. Went out wide towards the outer side, centre wing position. Right. Chance here for Theo. He's bailed up. Ball falls free. Chance here for King now at ground level. Tries to barge through the tackle of Nottingham. Ball falls free. Hand pass there, inboard was clever there from Pendlebury. Short right foot kick from Thornton Gillen was okay. Got it to Kavarik. Hand pass through the middle of the ground was good to half forward.
Good build up.
Here for Wyatt. Corner of half forward. Want to be quick. Sends it to the top of the square. No one home for the Panthers. And well read there by the Cobras defence in Schwarzenberg. And they'll get the Cobras out of trouble.
Once again, Conway, no one deep forward for Melton South. So, it was a good build up. Good transition from the back pocket, Todd, but no reward.
Yeah, the kick out of defence there from Schwarzenberg wasn't great. Neither was Parente's fielding as it went straight through his legs and into the boundary fence for 4.
Well, catches win matches and goals win games.
Boundary throw in, defensive 50 here for the Coppers. Parente was the one with clean hands. Got it to Martin, who got it to Dixon. Hurried right foot kick, gets the Coppers out of trouble momentarily. Griffiths at ground level, got knocked off it well by Sharp. His hand pass was okay. Got it out wide. Chance here for the Coppers. Left foot kick. Misses everything. Good pressure on the kicker there from the Coppers. Over the line for a free kick. Out of bounds on the full. The Coppers will get out of trouble. Kick short's okay to Waddell. He'll switch play. Go wide out to Bartlett. Bartlett weighing up the options. The Western Jets Panther Curtis stands to mark. The kick short's okay to Hughes. Took his eye off it at the last minute. Forced Bartlett into having to push forward and get involved once again. Off hands over the line. Boundary throw in. Got to keep your eye on the footy, Fridge.
Yeah, no, he had it spent before he got it, Todd. He had no pressure whatsoever and just spilled out of his hand.
Boundary throw in. Coppers defending here. They've yet to concede a score. Baccchusmarshvere 1-6-12. They lead Melton South yet to score. 20 and a half minutes gone. I think we'll go the north side of 30 in this opening term after 4 minutes plus was spent on Sullivan's exit on a stretcher earlier on as King hurried kick out of the stoppage. Was hopeful more than anything else because it went to the true centre half forward position. Soccer off the ground there for Parente. Went into the Burton direction. Was just outdone there for speed there by Thornton Gearland. Also took on one too many and Parente did well. Affected the turnover. Dixon with the kick inside 50. Owen a little bit disappointed. And the mark's been taken there by Mepstead.
Biggest part of Kane Dixon's game is his execution of the ball. The amount of times he does actually butcher it, but look.
Pendlebury with ball in hand. Laconic left foot style, similar to his brother, just gains about 15 or so metres. Right foot kick there from the Panthers, beyond centre wing.
Good.
Mark set taken there by Bartlett. Concedes some ground with a hand pass. Now the switch kick to Wardell, who's all on his own, needs a favourable bounce. Tried to turn and grab at the same time. Couldn't quite execute. Ball at ground level. Curtis keeps his feet. The youngster from the Jets on the preferred left foot. Goes deep into attack. Wyatt sets himself and he takes the mark in front of the youngster there. Lahoure. And against the runner play, it's White who'll go back and have a shot on goal to open Melton South scoring account.
And kick the plate on, Todd.
Waste no time as I took a glance at the scoreboard. Wyatt's run around and kicked Melton South's opening goal of the term. Been playing near 22 and a half minutes opening term. Baccchusmarshvere 1 goal 6-12. Lead the Panthers 1 goal straight 6.
Turnover with Waddell in the centre of the ground. He's not that great below his knees, Tomer, but the turnover there, and he's impressed me, Curtis. He's probably one of their shining lights in this quarter.
Yeah, we'll get all the goal kickers and the best players from Fridge at quarter time. Baccchusmarshvere 12, lead Melton South 6. There's the ball up. We'll give that to Dransman. Chance here for German. Got tackled. Might have been hung on to it for a bit longer. The umpire said play on as Sullivan heads the Panthers into attack. Veldon and Conway with a one-on-one. At the back there was Callis. He got a horrible bounce. Conway tried to kick the ball over his head. He's taken the ground with the footy as Waddell West Street concedes some ground with a hand pass. Right up against the goal line there of the Panthers and has finally rushed through for a behind.
He tried to beat 5 there, Conway.
South 7. Speak of Melton South 7. Foul Baccchusmarshvere 12. Kick-in's okay. Got it to Stilldry. The kick wasn't as good from him. Opportunity here for Callis. He's kicked for a 50. Excellently smothered there by Stilldry. He got the ball back. Another grubbery kick. Excellent gather there from Wood. Concedes some ground with a hand pass to Wyatt. Shot on goal for his second of the term. Off to the right minor score. Led off there for the Coppers, Fridge.
Nick Stilldry trying to pivot a pass through to Harry King instead of trying to go over the top.
Baccchusmarshvere 12, lead Melton South 8. Ball back into the play from Christopher. Gets the ball beyond half forward. Umpires paid the mark. No, Burton just wasn't involved in that contest actually. With more of a block for his Copper opponent, and Bartlett with ball in hand. From half-back, out of sight of the ground, keeps it low. That's a good kick. That's more like what the Coppers want to see. Found Owen on the lead. Didn't have to break stride. Right foot kick goes into the Willits direction. He sets himself. Punch at the back was good from Sharp. Ball at ground level. 50-50. Ball in dispute here. Sharp trying to keep his feet over the ball. Parente, but the umpire will blow the whistle, you'd think. And he does. He'll come in and pick the ball up. 24 and a half minutes gone. The Cobras back in attack. 35 metres out from their goal. They lead by 4 points.
So you can have 10 or 15 minutes of play, and within 2 or 3 minutes, turnovers, and they can be with you again.
Germans hurried kick out of the congestion. Only went as far as Chapman, who's got some pace on the non-preferred left, gets it to centre wing. Callis pushed Burton under the ball, but reading it well there at the back there was Waddell, who got it to Burton, went to half forward. Like 3 or 4 players just interested in running after the footy here at the moment as Lloyd ends up with the ball in hand. They're out here. Kavarik can go short. Ordinary kick, made it difficult. Just over-committing there was Stooldryer on Wood. Waste no time, gave away the free kick, gave it to Olsen. Penetrating left foot kick. And Curtis takes the mark for the Panthers and just pushed Hughes under the footy. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 35 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle.
Look, he's a likely type, this boy, Todd. He's got a few tricks.
Yeah, well, he'll be available for the opening month of footy for the Panthers. He was in their best 3 or 4 last week as the Western Jets left footer will have a shot on goal. Umpire does not move. And the sound of the horns from the cars around the ground says he's put it through. And Melton South, despite less of the footy and 15% of ball in their forward half of this opening term, now lead 2-2-14. Bacchus Marshall 1 goal, 6-12. 26 minutes gone opening term.
Luck's a fortune. So, the amount of times that Bacchus Marshall have had it inside 50 for a reward of 1 goal, 6. And, they've had probably 5 minutes of play, or less than 5 minutes of play, and finished in front, Melton South.
Last 2 goals to Melton South. Tap one by Burton. Got it to Stooldryer. He was dispossessed. Melton South in the game now. Finally settled. Pressure's better. Now they're starting to hunt the footy in the opponent. Ball up. Taking side of the middle of the ground. Burton thumps the ball almost a half forward. Reading it that was Olsen with strength. Got the hand pass over towards Mepstead. He's hurry kick towards half forward. Curtis with his confidence up can run onto the footy. Got a bad bounce. Hughes was held without an umpire called play on. Hot footy at the moment. And Chapman did well to knock the ball forward over the line for a boundary throw. And attacking side of centre wing for the Panthers right in front of us here at the commentary box.
It worked great and their intensity was lifted in this last 5 minutes, Todd. Melton South.
As indeed. There's the throw in. Burton wins another tap. Schwarzenberg at ground level could have been pushed. Umpire call play on. Stooldryer measures the options. Threaded it in between 2 players. I'll speak of Lloyd and Pendlebury and found Martin who played on. Got the ball to Burton. Left foot kick goes in the Willits direction. He couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Pendlebury through traffic. Right-hand hand pass was okay. Chance for Kavarik. Right foot kick along the line. Thornton Gillen had 2 to beat and size to beat, and somehow he's ended up with the footy.
Well, just a little bit of body pressure on Martin, and he just conceded that mark. It needs to be more stronger.
So Thornton Gillen, toing and throwing around. Schwarzenberg goes into the middle of the ground. Horrible kick. Tyson Shea took the mark, played on, turnover here, gave it to German. Right foot kicks a beauty. And coming out, taking the mark on the chest, is Aaron Willits, who'd have fond memories of his last game here back in 2019 when he kicked 10, Fridge.
Yeah, no, he had a big day here. I think 4 or 5 of them were Joe the Gooses, weren't they, Todd?
Yeah, well, when you get to 10, it starts to equal an impact, doesn't it? Well, let's see how he goes. The Goose.
Usually a good kick, Aaron.
Right foot kick. On goal. Makes no mistake. Much to the delight of the Coppers fans, they're back in front. They're 2-6-18, the Coppers. They lead Melton South 2-2-14, and that all came on the back of that turnover at centre wing, Fridge. Turnover
and give the opportunity to, get German out in the space, and then the lead up and the kick was excellent. So win-win for Bacchus Marsh.
Nick Stooldryer and Aaron Willits for the 2 goals for the Coppers in this opening term. Melton South have Sean Wyatt and Paul Curtis to thank for theirs. There's the ball up, back in the middle of the ground. Burton got it to Stooldryer. It was under the pump, forced to go by hand to vacant space. Fell into the hands of Burton, who got it to Stooldryer again. Conceded some ground with a hand pass to Christoph. Could have done more with that kick. In fact, he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. That's an ordinary kick-off half-back from Christopher.
Yeah, he should be better than that.
And Kavarik on the outer side, true centre wing position. Been playing 29 and a half minutes opening term. Still think 3 or 4 minutes left to Fridge, given that delay in play with Sullivan coming off the ground.
Yeah, and that bloke's just kicked the ball and fetting him. How could he hit that tree?
I mean, and more time will be added to the term as this guy tries to kick the footy back into play. And all he's trying to do is hit a nest out of a tree. Country footy at its best as Kavarik's right foot kick goes in the direction of Olsen, but reading it better than everyone was Burton. Was quick with the play on. Got it to Shea. Schwarzenberg was strong and he got it towards Stilldryer. Chance for Porter here at ground level. Pick up was good. Got dispossessed. Oh, Pink for holding the ball. Bit stiff, the youngster. Here's an opportunity here for the Panthers on half forward. The ball got to Pendlebury from 45. Kick across the face. Wyatt on the goal line takes the mark.
Bit stiff there, young fella, you know. He's actually grabbed by the arm and it's slung out.
So Wyatt's conceded unselfishly some territory to find Wood in a better position, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 25 metres out with a chance to put Melton South back in front. They trail by 4 points, near 31 minutes gone opening term. So Wood kicked the goal last week against Redan. Set sail for the judge. Draws it back. They like it. It's all up to the goal umpire. He likes it as well. Melton South with a quick response. 3-2-20 the Panthers. They lead Bacchusmarsh 2-6-18.
Once again, the mistake in the middle from a free kick, which was probably a little bit dubious. You know, big kick into the forward line. Finds, who was it there, Todd? Sorry.
Wyatt on the goal line from Pendlebury.
And then goes to the better option.
Found Wood.
Yeah, look, bit stiff for the Marsh there. They're on their way then.
20 plays 18, 5 scoring shots to 8. But it's the Panthers who lead by 2 points. Near 32 minutes gone, opening term. Long quarter, but we did lose 4. For a stretcher exit, Burton again, the tap was significant again, but the siren sounds. And Melton South will be very happy.
50 for Melton South, so, you know, he's not actually hanging on the Jake like a leech. He's creating some play for himself, Todd.
Big thank you to the Bacchusmarsh Golf Club who are sponsoring the best player from Bacchusmarsh. So, Fridge, you keep an eye on that this afternoon as we head to the ball up to get played away for the second term. Burton again. We've said that enough already. Knocked out of the ruck, only went as far as Olsen. Left foot kick, measured kick. Chance here for Curtis. Hand pass. Got it over to Wood. Open goal. Bang. 12 seconds if you don't mind. Well, how about that? Burton first hand on the footy.
Yeah, hit
and
it
then
to
it went
nobody.
Olsen, Curtis.
Hit it to nobody.
And Wood.
Our blokes were running forward. And he's hit it to the Melton South guy and he's got it, cleared it, and a drop mark. Simple once again. Bartlett drops the mark and creates the opportunity. Crummers come in, make it a goal.
So Wood gets his second goal of the afternoon. The Cobras extend, Melton South extend. They're 26. They lead the Cobras 18. The other goal scorers for Melton South, Wyatt and Curtis. While Stilldryer and Willis have the goals for the Cobras. We'll give that tap to Dransman at ground level. Wanting the free kick umpire called play on as Stilldryer. Clearly the leading possession winner on at the moment. Gets the ball to the outer side centre wing. Foot race on in earnest. Chapman at ground level did well against Blundell as Olsen finally lends assistance. Ball gets hurried towards half forward for the Panthers, but goes over the line out of bounds on the full, and Lockie Christopher will bring the ball back into play. Took just 12 seconds for the Panthers to kick their first goal of this second term. They lead by 8 points.
Sheer contrast to the first quarter, Todd. Took them 19 minutes to kick their first.
Yeah, and took one of their favourite sons to get removed on a stretcher to get involved in the game because they were really nowhere to be seen in that opening third. Boundary throw-in, taking side centre wing out of side of the ground for the Cobras. German's bailed up. The umpire says, I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up. Taking side of centre wing. Wood with 2 goals. White and Curtis, 1 each for the Panthers. Still Dryer and Willits, the goal scorers. As Burton just grabs that out of the ruck. Kicks the ball inside 50. Griffiths held without it. Umpire said play on. Ball falls into the hands of Owen. Kicks into a one-on-one with Willits. Can he take it on the second grab? He does. Umpire calls play on. Tackle by Thornton Gillen. Kick across the body. Ends up rushed through for a behind. And Willits appealing. How's that?
Yes. Yeah, no, he thought he clearly took it, but didn't get rewarded.
Kick back into play was ordinary from the Panthers, only as far as Parente. Squaring kick, got the ball towards Wardell. Off Dixon, inside 50. The fly was Willits, couldn't take the mark. Man in front there was Sharp, got the ball only as far as Bartlett. Took a nice mark, read it well. Wood a little hurt there, slow to get up, playing with the hand pass towards Lahore. Kick had too much on it. Dixon couldn't take the mark. Chance here for the Panthers. That kick was pretty ordinary, but it allowed Conway with all his class to take it on the second grab. Right foot kick deep into attack, running back with the fly to the ball was Fino. Will it sit for him? It doesn't. How's his second effort? He's got Curtis to the outside. Waiting for the handball. It just didn't come his way as the numbers flock onto the footy from the Coppers defence, and there'll be a ball up about 15 to 20 metres around from the Panthers goal.
Very lucky there. Kick to Dixon. That may have had a bit too much on it, but he had fingertips to it, and they got it away, and lucky to get away with that one, the Marsh.
Panthers lead by 7. Conway's tap only went as far as a second wave of players that are waiting around the footy. We'll speak of 8 or 9 of those, and there'll be a repeat stoppage. 20 metres out from the Cobra goal as Conway will do the ruck work. Burton won the tap though. Ball falls into the hands of LaFranchi, who's bailed up by Notman, and there'll be a repeat stoppage. Panthers into attack. They lead 26, Bacchusmarsh 19, near 4 minutes gone, second term. There's the ball up. Burton with a tap goes boundary side. King was hoping that it'd sit for him. It doesn't. German over the footy, taken to the ground. Umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be another ball up. This time 35 metres out. 45-degree angle away from the Panthers goal. On the coach's box side of the ground, they kick to the Melbourne City end in this second term. Kick across the body was clever in the end, really, from Parente, because he can only really kick them out of bounds on the full, but he did well to keep it in, the youngster.
And a bit of a curve on it, Todd.
Yeah, nice draw.
In-swinger, left to right.
Member side centre wing, boundary throw in. Dransford just grabbed it out of the ruck. He was the only one contesting, in fact, as German applied the tackle. The hooray in from the side. He's taken to the ground by Kavarik, and there'll be a ball up. It was Shea, in fact.
Good step not to get a free kick there. The triangular just fell over him.
Panthers 26 lead the Cobras 19. 5 minutes gone. Oh, he's got sick of tapping at Burton. Now he's kicking the ball out of the ruck if you don't mind. Right. Chance for Donamate, runs onto it, half forward square. He kicks a beauty. Just went over the head of Willits. Foot race on in earnest. Thornton Geeling after Willits. Tackle was good. Dropped the footy. Umpire called play on. Might have just got a hand to that. Ball at ground level. Done well there, Thornton Geelan. Here come the troops as Melton South will get themselves out of trouble through Wyatt. Kick across the body's okay. Mark taken there by Theo offhands over the line for a boundary throw-in. Right in front of the Melton South massive over there.
Play 55.
There's the boundary throw-in. Right next to the coffee van. Good luck selling a coffee over there today. As
the umpire's just gone nuts over 10.
Oh, save a stretcher for one of these umpires if you don't mind. There'll be a boundary throw-in. Luckily for the central umpire, as he fair dinkum fell over a large beetle. There's the boundary throw-in. Tap one by Burton. Hurry kick out of the congestion from Shea. Got to the half forward. Good mark taken there by Griffiths.
He's been quiet.
Wheels onto the right boot. Billy Griffiths, top of the square. Players fall like dominoes. And numbers back. For Melton South is Jake Thornton Gill, and he's kicked wide to the back pockets to Sharp. Creates the runner there in Pendlebury. Left foot kick along the line. Needs to sit okay for Curtis. Oh, he kept it in, Curtis. Didn't need to do that because Cobras have got the numbers. Pressure from the youngsters good, though. Got to get out of here, though. Surely the Cobras through Bartlett. Kick smothered. Yeah, that's a win there for the Panthers.
Yeah, big win for the Panthers there. Not one bloke actually said a word in that passage of play between three of them.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did, and I didn't hear you.
Melbourne South 26, lead Bacchusmarsh 19. There's 7 minutes gone, second turn. There's the throw in. Burton with Streak just ragdoll his opponent there in Dransman and threw the ball onto the boot only as far as Pendlebury on half-back. Chance for the Panthers with a turnover. Got it to Chapman. Awkward looking right foot kick goes in the direction of Callis. Clean bowls him. Falls into the hands of Christopher.
He plays with South Melbourne Hellas, Christoph.
Well, he would have been Christoph if he didn't get a free kick there. As he goes short, the kick's okay to Nick Stilldrive. On half-back. Defensive 50 out of side of the ground. He weighs up the options. Panthers pushing back, keeps the kick low. It's okay to German. Right-hand hand pass was okay. Found Bartlett in the middle of the ground. Did that kick from Nick Stilldrive. Well, it's been okay. Right foot kick gets towards half forward. LaFranchi, a mile away from defence as we normally know him for. Nick Stilldrive with the run.
Good
Open goal. Reward for work rate as Nick Stilldrive kicks the Cobras' third goal of the afternoon. He's second, and they're back within a point.
Well, you know, all through Nick Stilldrive, like he's had 3 possessions in that episode of play, Todd, and, you know, good on him to finish off and kick the goal. You know, he's possibly, you know, our best on the ground at this point of time.
Yeah, being very influential as LaFranchi pushing forward. Runs off the ground for a well-deserved break, pushing forward out of the defensive half as we've known him for, and he helps set up that play to Nick Stilldrive to do the finishing off.
2 blokes could have raffled it there, LaFranchi.
They're Stilldrive. Again, hand pass to an open outer-side centre wing. King does the mopping up. Ordinary errant hand pass brings Fino into the play, but they're forced to do it hard here as the umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go back. It's going to go to Bacchusmarsh. It's going to go to German. Gets around one-ish, and then just tackles he kicked, but got enough on it and found Owen and took a second grab mark in front of Leggett. Weighing up the options is Owen. He's told to play on by the umpire onto the non-preferred left, out wide. Callis leads into the race for the ball with pace. Didn't have to break stride. Right foot kick found his brother. And the brother there in David on centre wing. Kick inboard to Sullivan on the second grab. Cobras just had to get a hand on that footy as Sullivan's in a bit of trouble.
You know, he's got a bit of a knee there, Todd.
Kick there from Callis is smothered. Chance there for White. He's bailed up. They're forced to concede ground here. With strength there was Lloyd. Right foot kick inside 50. Chance here for Burton, who's pushed back. And he'll take the mark. Waste no time playing on. Long, penetrative left foot kick out wide towards Owen. I'll tell you what, kick that like a midfielder. Beautiful left foot kick there from Owen. Found Griffiths, combined by hand. Back to Owen. Goes in the Willits direction. Getting back Thornton Gillard. Couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Willits. Dropped the ball like a hot spot at his back turn to the umpire. He didn't see it. So he's forced to go with the second option. And that is a ball up 15 metres out from the Cobra goal.
Yeah, they were in the van there, the Marsh, you know, Willits, Kane, Dixon, but just couldn't hold on to that mark, Aaron.
Yeah, there's the ball up, tap one by Dransman. Bit of a stacks on the middle here, chance for Curtis. Cop one high, trip actually. Couldn't have got any lower. Don't know why I went high.
Yeah, and going to
and 50.
German. And going to reverse it. And going to reverse it. And just reversed it.
Can you believe it? The big fella Dransman has tripped German over what looked like.
Well, he fell on him before.
Well, a match of trips. And fair dinkum, the only one tripping at the moment is the big fella Pendlebury on the mark. He'd be disappointed with that. Well, Curtis on the mark. Pendlebury disappointed. German goes back. Now, their goals you don't want to cough up in a low-scoring game here at the Melton Rec Reserve. Bacchusmarsh now hit the front. They're 4-7-31 as the playing coach kicks his first goal of the afternoon. Melton South 4-2-26.
Well, you work so hard and, you know, like you battle and then, you know, you win a free kick and then just stupidity. I don't know, people just have, some of these players just have brain fades, Todd, and, you know, there's no bravery in knocking someone down when they're going to pick the footy up. Or...
Well, that would have, you know what it's like here at Melton South. I mean, you give away 50 and that just, in defence, and that just about gets you to half forward. As Conway with strength Brute strength. Takes one tackle on, takes another. Sends the ball inside 50. How's the response here from the Panthers? Punched away there by the Cobras defence. Here's a chance now for Sullivan. And he's recovered, hurried right foot kick across the body, juggled by Waddell. Looked like something out of a circus there for a moment there, Waddell, but he took the mark at the end and got the Cobras out of trouble. Got it towards Christopher. Low right foot kick from Schwarzenberg along the line. Couldn't find Porter and went over the line for a boundary throwing. Cobras out of trouble, but it wasn't pretty, Fridge.
No, Tom had a soda there. It fell on his chest. You would have thought he would have swallowed it with his mouth the way it come in.
Boundary throw in, outside centre wing. Tap one by Burton once again. Chance here for Lloyd with the right foot kick inside 50 or 40 here at Melton South, for want of a better term.
Well done.
Keeping his feet there was Christopher.
A free kick downfield.
Yeah, but it'll be...
No, going back to Christopher, Todd.
Yeah, gone back the 3 metres that it went forward. And Christopher now, well, out of sight of the ground. Oh, somehow it's not he, and he's going down the ground. Is he?
Parente.
He was that close to him down the ground. He's handed him the footy as he switches play to Wardell. He's got Wood behind him. The kick had to be good. I don't know why they do this at Melton South. The ground's too small, really. But they've got one out here. If Bartlett can get it over the top with all his experience, kick to Parente. He copped a cheeky little trip there from Curtis as he gave him the hand pass over towards Hughes, who went inside 50. Players set themselves. Good defensive forward effort there from Griffiths. Ball at ground level. Who wants it? Willits gathers. Hurried hand pass in the Schwarzenberg direction. Ball still at ground level. Parente trying to crash through the youngster. He's bailed up. Taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Cobra goal.
It's been a bit more livelier, Billy Griffiths, in these last couple of minutes, Todd. You know, at some stage he's got to pluck one and go back and get one.
Tap one by Burton.
Well done.
Only as far as Lloyd. His kick was smothered. Griffiths had a chance to gather. Was dispossessed. Couldn't take it cleanly. Sullivan over the ball. He too dispossessed. Follow-up work was gigged from Griffiths. Crossed the face of goal. Chance here for Owen. Will it sit for him? It does, but he's tackled by Leggett. Managed to get a hand pass clear to Porter. Could have been held without it at the end. The umpire let it go. And Pendlebury on the last line of defence. Takes the mark for Melton South.
Solid, isn't he, Todd? Pendlebury?
Yeah. And he's a third of the size of the point post, so he's quite a tall lad.
Yep.
But the point pass aren't real long here at Melton South, I tell you. There's the square kick for Thornton Gearling. Defensive 50. Sullivan takes the mark. Gives it to Pendlebury. Laconic style. Left foot outside centre wing.
Two of them here.
Chance here for the Panthers through Olsen. Left foot kick to the attacking 50. Waiting at the back. Reading it well was Conway. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Goalless in the opening half at the moment. The Panthers spearhead. And an opportunity beckons for him to get the Panthers back in front. They trail by 5 points. The Cobras are 4-7-31. Melton South 4-2-26. Near 15 minutes gone, second term.
Yeah, good long kick into the deep, 50, and obviously Conway waiting at the back and reaches the benefit and takes the mark.
Yeah, the big names combining there. Pendlebury, Olsen and now Conway. Coast to coast. Let's see if the Panthers can convert. Conway will have a shot right on 40. Kicks on its way. They like it, the players. Cheers of approval. Panthers back in front here. Seesawing affair here at Melton Rec Reserve. Game on in earnest. Stick with us, BFL Game Day. Apple 98.5 FM. It's the Panthers 32 who lead Bacchusmarsh 31.
Like transitional football again, Todd, from, half-back flank, and then deep long kick in the forward 50, and, you give your forwards a chance when you go deep and long instead of trying to pivot passes, and, some of the guys aren't that well skilled that they can do that.
First goal of the afternoon for Conway. Let's put the Panthers back in front. Ball up in the middle of the ground. Tap one by Dransman as Martin spends a bit of time in the ruck. King out of the middle. Kick smothered. Fell back into his hands fortuitously. Hand pass out wide towards Porter. Went without it. Sped it before he had it. King did the follow-up work. Was good. Taken to the ground. And the umpire, surely not.
Oh, no.
He's played holding the ball, and Michael Callis will go short to Wyatt. to Lloyd. Right foot kick to the outer side, half forward. Pretty ordinary kick. Because the Cobras have got the numbers, they'll do the mopping up through Bartlett. That turnover over to Kavarik. Shot on goal. Puts it through. Something out of nothing for the Panthers. And they get to a 7-point lead. 16 and a half minutes gone, second term.
Well, I don't know what Ryan Bartlett's errant handball there was sloppy and, should be better than that. Like, very, very sloppy football, Ryan Bartlett. Inexcusable.
Yeah, they had the numbers
pressure.
there. They had the numbers.
Pressure at all, Todd.
Had the numbers there on halfback. The Cobras, they just made a meal of that.
Could have raffled it.
Yep, and Kavarik out of nowhere. Got the chocolates. Tap, one by Dransman. That's 2 out of 2 out of the middle since Burton's had a spell. Ball over to White, who got it to Lloyd. Outside to the attacking 50 in the Olsen direction. Cobras have got numbers. They'll get out of here with good handball. Right foot kick. Out wide, look at Porter, all on his own. That was an excellent kick out of defence. As Porter's left foot tumbling kick was ordinary, cut off by Pendlebury. Pendlebury with ball in hand will go short of the outer side to Lloyd. Had a bit of it, Billy Lloyd. Right foot kick, that's a better one from him. Finds Callis. Didn't have to break stride. Marked on the chest. Kick over the top to Wood. Takes the mark in front of Martin. Keeps the ball low. Could have been a free kick against Conway. The umpire let it go. Chance here for the Cobras through Shea. Hand pass. Got it to Porter. He went by hand. That was a bit sloppy, but was okay in the end. Schwarzenberger taken. And there'll be a free kick. And it's going to go to the youngster in Fino. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here.
Some silly little errors here, Todd. Mistakes that are creeping into the game. I don't know what Schwartz was waiting for, but he had the option to give it back to Porter if he wanted to. Why second guess? Just kick.
And I think if you want to be having a shot on goal here at Melton South today, where Fino is taking his kick on goal is about where you want to be. So he set sail for the judge.
Missed.
But he's taken the advice of the Cobras in the opening term and missed off to the right for a minor score. 6-3-39 Melton South. If you've just joined us, Bacchus Marsh, 4-7-31. 8-point lead to the Panthers. Near 19 minutes gone, second term. Out the Cobras come, out of defence. Kick from Christoph was good at the back. Oh, nice contested mark taken there by Bartlett. They just pushed the youngster Curtis off the footy.
That's better.
He's going to be a very important player for the Cobras going forward this year. As he goes short, kicks okay to Dixon. Dixon with ball in hand. True centre wing, Social Club side of the ground. Short kicks okay to Schwarzenberg right in front of us here. Can weigh up the options. Should go into the Owen direction, but the kick's been cut off by Sullivan. He's got time to get it to Lloyd. Keeps the ball low, kicks good to Curtis. The youngster from the Jets onto the preferred left foot. They got numbers here through Theo. Left foot kick the Panthers inside 50. Conway on the lead. Excellent ball there from Belden. Conway kept his feet though. Inbound hand pass. Got it back to Theo. He's bailed up by Blundell. His hand pass was errant to Hughes. He just threw the ball onto the boot. Chance for Pendlebury. He's tackled. Got a hand pass away to Callis. Inboard towards Fino. Back to Callis. Right foot kick to the top of the square. Who's it over for the Panthers? Conway is, if you don't mind. No, it wasn't Conway actually. It's Olsen. And Olsen will go back and have a shot on goal from point blank range.
Won't miss.
Just a height advantage there, deep forward. And the Panthers a chance to extend on their 8-point lead here. Yeah, walk in the park there for anybody. Puts it through, and Melton South have their game-high lead of 15 points. 20 minutes gone, second term. They're 7-3-45, the Panthers. Bacchus Marsh 4-7-31.
Well, the Panthers are applying all the pressure in this quarter, Todd. Harassing, doing all the right things. They're persistent. Bacchus Marsh just make silly errors, cost them, and, got to be better at that.
Goal kickers for Melton South. Wood has 2, 1 each to Olsen, Wyatt, Conway, Kavarik and Curtis. Most of those goals coming on the back of turnover too, Fridge. Bacchus Marsh will be disappointed with that. Their scorers, Nick Stilldryer has 2, Willits 1, German 1. And Jake Owen has 4 behinds. There's the ball up. Ball goes Bacchusmarsh side of the contest as German's hand pass only went as far as Martin Hughes. Got through 2. Right foot kick keeps it low. Wanting the free kick there was Owen for the chop. The umpire called play on. Pendlebury. Right hand hand pass was okay. Got the ball over towards Morrissey, who clears for the Panthers. But just waiting at home is the Cobras. Short kick's okay. They could slow it up here. Martin. Well, not preferred. That's an understatement. That left footer. Here's, I tell you what, there's an opportunity here for the Panthers who have got numbers to get out of trouble. I'll go boundary side, but still try. Covering ground, did well. As the Cobras go forward to Willits, just set up, floated kick, and was beautifully read there by Mepstead. His switch kick was okay. Found Chapman right in front of the Social Club. You never drop those. Right foot kick's good to Wyatt. Marked in front of LaFranchi. They got their tails up here, Panthers. Conway's the target. Waddell, well, he was taken under the ball there. Olsen by Waddell, did well. Ball at ground level at the back. Chance here for... might have been Shea. In fact, he got it to Wardell. Strong hand pass, but Putnick still right under the pump. Managed to get hand to ball. Sharkwell by German. Inside 50. Go the Cobras, but I tell you what, Dransman, the ball went straight through his hands. I thought it was a mark behind, but I think it must have been touched. And Mepstead feeling a bit unlucky there as there'll be a ball up right in front of the Cobra goal, about 15 to 20 metres out. Elms out 45, lead Bacchusmarsh 31. There's the ball up, tap one by Burton. Mepstead doing the mopping up, got it to Lloyd, left foot kick, in the Curtis direction. Martin at the back couldn't take the mark. Still dry, went to ground. Chance here for Thornton Gillen. Just threw it onto the left boot. Cobras have got numbers. Callis did well to affect the spoil. And then held without it was Wood, who was just thrown out of the contest. Still outnumbered here, the Panthers, but the umpire's going to come in and affect the ball up. Win there for the Panthers. Stoppage, attacking side of centre wing, Social Club side of the ground.
Yeah, they'll be happy with, creating a stoppage, for the next 2 or 3 minutes. Slow the game down.
Burton, on repeat, wins the tap. Got it to Still Drive. We've said that quite a bit already this afternoon. Just that hack kick there from Hughes was touched. Only fell in the hands of Callis. Still Drives, hurried right foot kick. Gets inside 50. Reading it well was Griffiths. Got it on the fly. Didn't break stride.
Selfish.
Pot shot of the goals. Missed everything out of bounds. On the full. Cobras 31, Trail Melton South 45. Near 24 minutes gone, second term. Ball comes back into play. Kick was pretty ordinary. Shea just got a fist on it. Chance here for Wyatt. Over the football there was German. He ends up with the football, ball in hand on attacking side of centre wing. Chance here for Veldon, who's dispossessed. Wyatt kept his foot, did well, got it to Conway. Outside of the right boot, went out of direction there, avoided, sits for him, it does. Goes deep into attack now, 1-on-1. Olsen at the back, couldn't quite take the mark. Ball goes to ground level. LaFranchi will do the mobbing up for the Cobras in his own time, if you don't mind. Kick was excellent to Shea in the middle. Got it to German. Right foot kick out wide towards Willits. Coast to coast, if you don't mind. And the Cobras will be happy they're on the right end of that.
Had a transition and play there. A lot cleaner there, Todd.
Now Willits. He's kicked one already. 9 shy of his feet here in 2019 when he kicked 10. But you'd back him from here. They need this one, the Cobras. Distance won't be a problem.
No hope.
Accuracy will. Off to the right. Minus score, 4-8. Bacchusmarsh 32. Trail Melton South 7-3-45. 13-point lead to the Panthers. Tick over 25 minutes gone, second term.
That was a bit better build-up by the Cobras then, Todd. Use the footy a lot cleaner and a lot better then.
Lloyd goes short, finds Jake Thornton Gillen, who marks in front of German. The next kick's the one. Kick's okay to Lloyd. He'll weigh up the options. Goes short. Again to Wyatt. Back to Lloyd. Left foot out wide. Chance here for Curtis at ground level. Couldn't pick it up. Kept it in front of him. Over the footy there was Morrissey. Taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. He'll pull it up. True centre wing out of side of the ground. Just metres in front of us here in the commentary box. It's the Panthers 45 who lead. Bacchusmarsh 32. Near 26 minutes gone, second turn. The ball up. Neither ruckman gain any ascendancy. Shea's been good. Got the hand pass to Schwarzenberg. Tumbling kick was made look better by King, who marked it on true half forward.
He's going to have a shot.
He should indeed. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that 50-metre line is a 50. Greg McMillan, who's adjacent to us here in the commentary box, he'd know how far that arc is. It's not 50, so we got the nod. Distance won't be a problem from King. Right on the corner of half forward. Kicks on its way. Off to the left. Thumped through by Pendlebury for a minor score. Bacchusmarsh, 4-9-33 now. Melton South, 7-3-45. 2-goal advantage to the home side. Apple 98.5 FM. Match of the round. Pendlebury, indecisive. Goes short. Kicks okay. Thornton Gillen with ball in hand. To speak of Will. Of course, he's going to ignore his brother short. As he'll go along the line. Goes in the direction there of Fino. He couldn't take the mark. Falls into the hands of the big fella there in Dransman.
Tarantula.
And the umpire says, I'll have it, and he'll ball it up. Tick over 27 minutes gone in this second term. It's Melton South who lead by 12 points. Ball up, tap one by Burton. Only as far as Lloyd, tackled by Porter, given an eternity by the umpire to get rid of it. Then he got the ball towards Curtis, tumbling torpedo towards Conway. Bodywork was good, got the hand pass to Olsen. Two of their A-graders combining. Kick out wide, goes in towards the direction of, could be Wyatt there now forward, is it? It is indeed. Right foot kick across the body. Out wide there looking towards Kavarik. Will it sit for him? Cobra's reinforcements in numbers. Overwhelm the offense of the Panthers as they get out of trouble here through German. Drop the ball. The umpire said, you did too, son. The siren sounds. Game in the balance here at Melton Rec Reserve. It's the home side, the Panthers, trying to get their first win of season 2021 in round number 3 and overwhelm their bogey side, Bacchusmarsh, who have had their way with the Panthers over their last 5 meetings, averaging a 70-point loss. But I'll tell you what, there's certainly none of that going on here this afternoon. It's Melton Rec Reserve for the third term of Apple 98.5 FM. BFL game days, the siren sounds to get play underway. It's Melton South who lead by 12 points. There's the ball up, tap one by Burton, went to still dry, couldn't gather. Hurry kick of no real advantage by German. The umpires picked out a free kick.
Dixon.
It's going to go to the Cobras. It'll go to Dixon.
Match up Pendlebury with King. Todd.
So how are they going to use the footy going forward? They've been a bit lost here, the Cobras. It was a sprayed kick without any pressure. Fino did well, the youngster. Got the hand pass away from Burton. They've got numbers here, the Panthers, just inside the boundary line through Notman. Right foot kick there from Wyatt was cut off there by Wardell. Hand pass back to Dixon. Can he make amends for that errant kick previous? He does. Effective hand pass was okay to Bartlett, who found King in the middle of the ground. He's wanting players to push to the Social Club side of the ground, and Willits takes a nice mark 40 metres out from goal. And you'd think scoreboard pressure from Willits and Jay Gowan will influence this outcome in the second half, Rich.
Well, Todd, that's typically the way this game has got to be played. No good mucking around with the footy, lowering your eyes deep inside 50 onto a lead, and the result will be if he kicks his goal, and it's straight. It's veered off.
Yep, just off to the right for a minor score. It's the Cobras 10th behind of the afternoon over the scoring in this third turn. They're 4-10-34 Bacchusmarsh. They trail Melton South 7-3-45. Ball comes back into play. Left foot kick from Pendlebury. Goes in the Curtis direction. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Cobras have got numbers, but it falls Panthers side. Clever hand pass from Curtis. Got it towards Sharp. Tumbling right foot kick made it difficult for LaFranchi. Cobras have got numbers. Christoph gets another leg spinner. Right would rival Warren's Ash's bowl of the century, if you don't mind. Ball heading out towards the boundary line, and Veldon's helped over with the footy and will receive a free kick. 25 metres around from the Panthers' goal, and the veteran, Veldon, who looks like he's got the job on Olsen in this third term, will bring the ball back into play.
Yeah, well, he's done a very good job on Conway, so I think Tom's identified that Olsen going forward. Yep,
goes into the Owen direction, cut off by Pendlebury, who wheel and go onto the left boot, drives the ball deep into attack. It's almost got the journey, it has, if you don't mind. Pendlebury kicks a goal. And Melton South kicked the opening goal of this third term. Took them tick under 2.5 minutes. Took them 12 seconds to open their account in the second term, if you don't mind. but some separation. A game high 17-point lead of the Panthers. They're 8-3-51. They lead Bacchus Marsh 4-10-34.
Panthers seem to be able to, very quick ball movement, Todd, the Panthers today. And it's resulted in a good result for them, and good decision making too.
Middle of the ground, Burton won the tap, went looking for stool dryer, reading it well. There was the big fella there in Dransman, could have given away a free kick. The umpire said no, bit of a stacks on the mill. Repeat effort there from the big fella was good. There'll be a ball up. Right in the middle of the ground here. Melton South 8-3-51, lead Bacchus Marsh 4-10-34. 3 minutes gone, third term. Shea with clever tap to German. Left foot kick towards half forward. And the mark's been taken there by Mepstead. They're a bit plain through the middle of the ground, the Cobras. They lack a bit of leg speed. So kick comes out wide towards the Social Club centre wing. Knocking the ball forward there was Christoph. He was lucky that stayed in. He would have been penalised, you would have thought, as Jake Thornton-Gieler with the right foot goes along the line in the Curtis direction. Got 2 to beat. Bartlett went to ground. The youngster Lahuro was hopeful more than anything else, trying to get the ball back to Bartlett. Chance for Wood. Inboard hand pass was okay to Notman. Sets it up towards that would have been Olsen, but coming in from nowhere would have been Fido. Open goal to the youngster, and he's put it through. Panthers on top here at Melton Rec Reserve. This game out to 23 points. 9-3-57 Melton South. Bacchus Marsh 4-10-34.
Warning signs coming up now, Todd, for German and his boys. And they need to get the next one desperately. It's an understatement.
Well, they need to do something. They've just come out in the second half, and positionally from the outside, they look very much the same. There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. We've said that often enough. Wyatt over the ball. Pressure from German was good. Whistle imminent. There'll be a ball up. 57 Melton South. They've kicked the opening 2 goals of this third term. They lead by 23 points. Here's the ball up. Tap one by, well, we'll give it to Burton when in doubt. Might have even been Curtis who came over the top there, but the umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a repeat stoppage right in the middle of the ground.
After the first 15 minutes of the first quarter, Melton South have dominated this game with transitional footy, pressure. They just seem to be a bit quicker at the moment.
Burton's thump to half forward was excellent. Owen's hand pass was cut off in the end. Bit of a turnover opportunity here for Chapman with speed. Non-preferred left across the body. Waiting under kick for Wood. And was well read there by Bartlett, who had momentum. Took a nice overhead mark. Defensive 50.
He's been solid, Todd.
Yep, goes wide. Kicks okay to Still Dryer.
He's their best at the moment.
So the Cobras continue to make the ground bigger than what it is as they continue to go wide and along the line. Still Dryer's tumbling kick goes in the Shea direction at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Panthers keep their feet through Lloyd. He got it to Pendlebury. His hand pass was ordinary. Cut off there by Owen. Chance of Parente juggling footy. Ball at ground level. Whistle imminent. He'll come in, pull it up. Half forward out of side of the ground for the Cobras, who trail by 23 points.
Just Bacchus Marsh, everything they seem to be doing is very messy, Todd. There's no fluency about their play at the moment.
Chance out of the stoppage here for Lloyd for the Panthers. They've just done well to keep their feet under pressure, Melton South. This one is thrown over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Like the umpire was going to play a free kick there. He rushed in there like there was something going on, but he's afforded the boundary umpire the luxury of bringing the ball back into play as Burton sets himself, grabs it out of the ruck, kicks the ball high up and under, went 30 metres up, 30 metres down. Surprise, surprise. Could have been a free kick there to the Cobras. The umpire said no. Curtis has been good. Hand pass forward to the attacking side of centre wing. Gathered there by
Conway
conceded some ground with a hand pass. Was okay to the big fellow there in transfer. He went back to Jake Thornton-Gielan. Kicks okay, finds Lloyd. Seems to be a bit of a designated kicker on halfback for the Panthers. Former Port Melbourne and St Kevin's player. Mm-hmm. Ball comes back towards the outer side centre wing. Cut off there by Parente. Left foot kick's good. That's better from the Cobras. Now let's see what King does with his kick. Willits on the lead, comes out, takes it. Now he needs to go back and have a pot shot at the goals. But at least you'd think there'd be a Cobra pushing forward just to give a small option, take a little bit more gas out of the Panthers' defence, Fridge.
Yes, he needs to convert this, Aaron, just to get a bit of momentum back, and I think he's missed as well.
Off to the right story of the day for everybody that's had a shot from the members' side, social club side, whichever way you want to put it. Especially from set shots. The Cobras 4-11-35, trail Melton South 9-3-57, 22-point advantage to the Panthers. So the ball will come back into play from Lloyd.
Good kick.
Long right foot kick. Have a look at that. It's an absolute beauty. Olsen with ball in hand. You can tell a left footer from a mile away as he squares the kick to true half back to Thornton Geelan. He too has been okay in the back half. Can go short. Kick's okay from Theo, goes looking there towards Morrissey, but they're under the pump here. Not sure whether that was the right kick in the end as Willits gets around 1, 2, tries to get around a third, doesn't, has to give the hand pass, slow hand pass from Shea. Owen throws the ball onto the boot, who goes wide with the kick. And even if the Cobras did end up with that footy, they're still too wide, Fridge.
Yeah, they're just not being direct, Todd. I don't know why they want to use the outer side of both sides of the ground. Why not straight down the ground? Fastest way home, seriously.
Thornton Geelan's kick was intercepted by Burton, ended up in the hands of Porter. He went wide to the opposite pocket on this occasion. Ball bounced in on in over the line for a boundary throw-in out in front of the Griffiths. 4 white posts at the end of the ground there for the Cobras. They should just start having a pot shot at those, if you don't mind, as Burton just grabs that out of the ruck, tried to take my advice but was dispossessed as Thornton Geelan kick gained about 8 or 9 metres. Porter was good there, hand pass to Belden, could have caught one high, the umpire agreed. Now let's see how this forward entry kick from the Cobras goes. This is the one that's been letting them down in the last 2 quarters. They go short and wide again. So ball with King. Right foot kick, squarey kick in the Willits direction. Sets himself and takes the mark. He's looking dangerous, Willits.
Yeah, no, he's had the last 3 inside 50, 3 last set shots on goal, Todd, and just needs to capitalise on this one. It's an understatement. I've said it 3 times.
Yeah, well, let's just hope it's not all chips in with Willits going forward. Get a bit predictable, but if he keeps clunking those marks, he sets sail for the judge. You wouldn't believe it. He's a bit like your golf game at the moment, Fridge. He slices another one off to the right for a minor score.
Tried to kick that one with a wood.
Bacchusmarsh 4-12-36, if you don't mind. Melton South 9-3-57. And Melton South not made to pay with this dominant possession by the Cobras. The kick in was ordinary, but it was marked by Velden in the middle of the ground. His short kick was okay. Got it to Porter on half forward. Wheels and goes out wide looking towards Parente, who marks just inside the boundary line.
Well, deep in the pocket.
Panthers will be happy with that. Keeps the ball low, looking towards King. Had to be sharp there. More like a sharp gully catch, but couldn't take it off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. 36 Bacchusmarsh, trail Melton South 57. There's the throw-in. Owen was just pushed out of the way. The umpire called play on. Stiff not to get a free kick. Willits across the body. Dribbling ball gets to adjacent to the behind post as Lloyd does the mopping up. Gets the ball towards Theo. Now, let's see how Melton South go about negotiating their way out of the defence. Kick goes towards Olsen. He goes to thump. Good defensive pressure there from the Panthers midfielder, but at ground levels, Dixon. Hurried right foot kick. Goes across towards half forward, and there's Owen. Now, Owen needs to correct this inaccurate nature shooting for goal that the Cobras have adopted this afternoon. They're 4-12-36, if you don't mind. And they've had all the play in this third quarter. And despite Melton South kicking a couple of early goals, all the play's been in their forward half for the last 6 or 7 minutes.
For no reward.
So let's see how Owen goes from here. Shouldn't be a problem for a man of this ability. Sets sail for the judge. This time he's off to the left. Just can't hit the green in regulation at all, Bacchusmarsh this afternoon. They're 4.13.37. They trail Bacchusmarsh 9. They trail Melton South 9.3.57. It's 20 points, if we don't mind, as Lloyd brings the ball back into play. The kick's good. Chance here for the Cobras to keep going forward. Left foot kick from Thornton Gillen's a risky one, but it's okay.
Right.
Mempstead had to wait under it for long enough. The switch on in earnest here towards Sharp. Kick wide. This is unlike the Panthers have been this afternoon, but they've had to do so here. They've had to try something different. Morrissey kick along the line was okay to Callis. LaFranchi, numbers prevail through the Cobras. That's a hopeful kick more than anything else. There seemed to be a lot of purpose there as German took the mark. They've got weighted numbers around the contest here, the Cobras. Goes on to his non-preferred, and Owen takes an opportunistic grab, going to ground and takes a mark on the chest, 35 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle.
Might be sixth-time lucky here.
He's got 5 behinds on the board, Owen. And Owen will have a shot, 45-degree angle. Right in front of us here, Fridge. He'll walk into goal on a 45-degree angle. He should be able to steer this one through, mate. And with this, maybe steering him into the family with even more welcoming arms.
Aim for the electrical pole here, Todd.
So Owen, shot on goal. Goes away from us.
Better.
Distance not
That's
a
in.
problem.
That
Look at
is
that.
in. What'd I say?
Yep, 6th-time lucky. Well done.
And the electrical pole, son.
He's done well. Bacchusmarsh close within 14 points. They're 5-13, 43 the Cobras. Melton South 9-3-57. Speak of bang for your buck. Bacchusmarsh 18 shots on goal. Melton South 12. And it's still the Panthers who lead by 14.
Yes. Scoreboard, pressure like 5-13, 18 scoring shots to 12, Todd.
It's not like they've all been rushed either.
No. And like half a dozen of them been set shots that were quite gettable.
Now let's see if the Cobras can deny the Panthers that quick response. Conway got that out of the middle from the tap from Burton. And I tell you what, Hughes was very unlucky not to be paid the mark there. And his back turned to the umpire, and the umpire went with the benefit of the doubt to his own judgment and balled it up. Schwarzenberger sharked the ball well, left foot kick out wide. Martin wants a friendly bounce. He got it. He tackled, bailed up, just handballed the ball out of bounds. Umpire decides to call it a boundary throw-in. 57 Melton South lead, Bacchusmarsh 43. 15 and a half minutes gone, third term. There's the throw-in. Burton, excellent use of the body. Forgot to grab the footy in the end as it just hit him in the head for a falcon, if you don't mind. So they break from the congestion. Thornton Gillen got it to Sullivan, went to Curtis, kept his feet, got some separation on Hughes. Ball sat well for the youngster. That's reward for just doing so. Left foot kick in the Chapman direction. Couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Veldon, who's bailed up. Right up in the defensive goal square as Bartlett knocks the ball out wide towards the boundary line. They'll be looking to fight at the Cobras, they do. And there'll be a boundary throw in about 9 or 10 metres around from the Melton South goal.
Probably a little bit lucky to not get scored against here, Todd. They had numbers to the footy, Melton.
There's the throw in. Burton grabs it out of the ruck, just somehow got rid of the football. Olsen wanting a free kick for being held. So too did the crowd, but the umpire said, I'll let it go. Right foot kick out of the congestion for Blundell. Went in the Owen direction. Not paid the mark, said the umpire. And then the player's not the only ones getting tired here this afternoon. Probably a mark there, Fridge.
Oh, a free kick. Don't mean to be biased, but it was all over like a cheap suit.
There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. Knocked it goal side. Was good to Shea. His hair pass was too cute. Intercepted there by Lloyd. German second effort was good. Got it back to Shea. What can he do with this kick? Goes inboard looking towards Owen. Takes the mark uncontested. Must go back and kick a goal. Don't play on, son.
I think Grant McMillan identified Morrissey as being a very, very loose checking here, and he's giving Owen heaps of latitude.
Well, Pritchard rolling the dice with Morrissey on Owen. Let's see whether that goes on for much longer if Owen's able to convert his second goal here in just a few minutes. 9-3-57 Melton South lead. Bacchusmarsh 5-13-43. Owen can close the margin to within 8. Kick from 40. On its way. Make no mistake. Owen's got 2 and the Cobras have got 6. They're within 8 points. They're 6-13-49. They trail Melton South 9-3-57.
The quicker you get it in, the better chance of giving your forwards a chance of clunking a mark and going back and getting a reward. 9-3-57 Melton South, Bacchus 6-13-49.
Just keep an eye on that matchup with Owen. They seem to get it right in the opening half. As the ball up back in the middle of the ground, it's Burton who won the tap, looking for Schwarzenberg at ground level. German cheeky kick out of the middle, out of the congestion, went in the direction of the end of Owen. Looks like Mepstead's on him now. Mepstead went to ground, was pushed by Owen. The umpire's given a free kick against the Cobras captain, and Mepstead with ball in hand will get the Panthers out of trouble, who are under the pump in the last 5 or so minutes. Kick went out towards Chapman and went over the head of he and Christopher over the line for a boundary throw in. True centre wing position, out of sight of the ground. Near 19 minutes gone, third term. It's Melton South who lead Bacchus Marsh by 8 points. Throw in favours Burton. He can take as long as he likes to decide where he wants to put the football, but he gave it to King, who got it to Schwarzenberg. Grubby kick, didn't make enough of that, was pretty ordinary. Ended up in the designated kicker hands of the Panthers player there in Lloyd, who got the ball towards half forward, but it was well read there by Hughes. Nervous kick, found Bartlett laterally, travelled the required distance barely. He's going to go backwards to Veldon. Defensive goal square here. They want to be good here. Melton South quite happy to concede the wide ball.
Good mark.
And
Good mark.
Christopher takes a nice mark overhead in front of there of Chapman. On half-back for the Cobras. Kick goes along the line. Looking there towards Owen. Takes the mark on the chest. In front of Mepstead. Owen goes short. Kick gathered on the half volley there by Wyatt. Made look better than what it was. Now, that's been a turnover kick as Lahure on the defensive 50. Takes the mark. Squaring kick to Bartlett. Goes wide again. Veldon had to stop in his tracks and go back and mark the footy overhead. Right foot kick was okay. To Hughes, who dropped what he should have taken, but bounced favourably back into his hands. Right foot kick's okay, and the youngster Dottermaid takes the mark. Defensive side, out of side, centre wing. Bacchus Marsh enjoying the most amount of the footballers they have for the afternoon. Excellent kick. Got it to LaFranchi. Right foot kick out wide to Dixon. Needs to expose his running abilities. Wheels and goes Dixon. Goes into towards the Owen direction. It was too much for him. Ball at ground level. Kick across the body from Parente. Misses to the left. Minus score. Pressing the Cobras. They're within 7. They're 6-14-50. They trail Melton South 9-3-57.
Ball movement's a lot quicker now, Todd. By the Cobras, I should say.
Pressure on the Lloyd kick as it comes out of defence, and Burton takes the mark for Bacchus Marsh. On half forward, too far out to score. Goes in the Griffiths direction. Willett sets himself, couldn't take the mark. Ball falls to him. Will he handball? Yes, he does. Gets the still dryer. 45 out. Hand pass over to German, who gave it further afield towards Dottermaid. Kick across the body. Teeth of goal. Players set themselves. It's a mark taken on the last line by Thornton Gillen. And the Panthers
pressing the Marsh. They are pressing now, Todd.
Game on in earnest here. 21 and a half minutes gone, third term. Will Thornton Gillen, penetrating left foot kick. Got the numbers here out wide to the Cobras. They can raffle it as Hughes gathers the footy. Bit of a rough hand pass. Got it over towards Owen. Kick to half forward's okay.
Only footy he's wasted was here in the wing here, Owen, before.
On half forward, the youngster, Dottermaid with ball in hand again. He's had a good little patch of 5 minutes. Pendlebury sets himself. Willits at the back. Touched it better than the Werribee affiliate, and Willits will go back and have a shot on goal. As Harry King's a bit slow to get to his feet, but knowing now that Willits has taken the grab, that'll be just like an application of the magic spray there, Fridge.
Yep.
No pain there for King as Willits will have another shot on goal in this third term. An opportunity to get the Cobras within 1. Kicks on its way. They're up and about the Cobras. They're within 1. 7:14:56 the Cobras. Melton South 9:3:57. 22 and a half minutes gone, third term. Stick with us on Apple 98.5 FM's BFL Game Day.
Once again, Todd, being direct and, giving your forwards a chance when, you're kicking deep inside 50. This fiddling around and, going to the flanks and going wide, it won't reward you here. You just got to be long and direct.
Well, you want to keep Melton South's A-graders out of the game. Just don't kick the ball to them, and that's what happened in the opening half, where Melton South were able to arrest quite a landslide in possession there, that the Cobras had far more of it, but just kept giving it back to them and allowed the Panthers to get the game on their terms. And a half-time lead to the Panthers has been cut to a 1-point margin. 23 minutes gone, third term. Curtis out of the middle, being good for the Panthers. Gets it to half forward, attacking it well. There was Wood. Got it over to Curtis, back to Conway. Class finish, if you don't mind. Play of the day. Conway gets in second. And Melton South breathe again. They're back to 7 points in front.
Absolutely, Todd. Young Curtis, contested the footy, then contested again, followed up, got a handball out to Conway, and the rest is history.
Yeah, the quality combined there. It was a nice gather there at ground level there by Wood. We gave it to Conway, and the Cobras will be happy. If I told you 24 minutes into the third term that Conway had two, you would have taken that, Fridge.
Yeah, no doubt, Todd, no doubt.
63 Melton South, lead BACCHUSMARSHVER 56, 24 minutes gone, third term. Cracker of a game here. Curtis into the middle, the youngster again at ground level. Manages to shark out a hot handball to Chapman. It was too up for him.
Too high. Yeah.
Free kick.
Good
Going to go to German. Germans fought hard this afternoon. Right foot kick inside 50. Willets fell over at the crucial time. Owen, second crack at the cherry, couldn't quite take the mark. Pendlebury goes with the soccer. Attacking it well, there was Hughes. He's tried hard today, Hughes. Right foot kick inside 50. Doing the mopping up there was Callis. Right foot kick to the outer side centre wing. Under pressure kick it was. Here's Olsen. Will it sit for the left footer? King's in there. Lending assistance there for the Cobras. 1-on-1. Boundary wins out in the end. They'll take that, both sides. Take a breather, boys. True outer side centre wing. Boundary throw in. Melton South lead by 7 points. 25 minutes gone, third term.
Cobras are hit back from, a 22, 24 point deficit, Todd, and got themselves back in the game again. And, they've challenged the Panthers, and Panthers have come back and kicked a nice goal previously. And, look, we're set for a really good last quarter.
Ordinary kick there from King that went into the direction of from Martin, was cut off. Turnover opportunity here for the Panthers as Olsen ends up with ball in hand, keeps the ball low to Wyatt. The class combining here for the Panthers. 25 and a half minutes gone. They lead by 7 points. Wyatt goes forward. Players set themselves. No mark taken. Shark there by Callis. Across the body. Misses to the right. One behind. Anybody's game, Fridge. 10-4-64 Melton South. BACCHUSMARSHVER 7-14-56.
Bay 55's grown in numbers, Todd. There was 10 there before. She's pretty packed now.
Yes, well, they're obviously tuning in to Apple's coverage this afternoon as the ball goes out in the direction of Owen. He had two to beat. But they got the ball far away from goal here, the Cobras. They'll be okay with that. They didn't muck around out of defence for once. They got the ball beyond half back, but it's Lloyd's hand pass to Curtis, being good. Keeps the kick low. Look at this on the turnover. Sullivan can square it up, and Wyatt takes the mark. And Wyatt will go back and have a shot on goal for a chance to kick his second and extend an 8-point advantage. Back to 14, makes no mistake. And the Panthers have their 11th of the afternoon. They're 11-4-70. BACCHUSMARSHVER 7-14-56. Couldn't be happy with that late goal, Fridge.
No, once again, turnover in the middle there, Todd, and results in a goal. And, do all the hard work, get back into the game, and, two quite relatively easily goals that we've conceded in the last 2 minutes.
Yep, the youngster Curtis, again, influential. No time into that young bloke just yet. That's been obvious to us as there's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. Coming off out of side centre wing there was Fino. Couldn't influence the contest. The ball gets hurried to half forward. Martin attacked the footy a treat. Somehow it ended up into the hands of Fino. Kick towards half forward. LaFranchi was good. Tried to ride the tackle and gave the hand pass over towards Bartlett, who got it to Christopher. To no one in particular. Shea got a kind bounce. Kept the ball low in the Willits direction. Couldn't take the mark. Ball knocked towards the boundary line. Good gather here from German, who kicked the ball across his body to the top of the goal square. Willits again, can you believe it? Plays over the hand pass and still dribble. Run into an open goal.
Reward for effort.
And Nick Stilldry kicks his third goal of the afternoon. And quick reply from the Cobras. They're 8-14-62. They trail Melton South 11-4-70.
Showed a bit of class there, German. Showed a bit of class.
The goal scorers for the Cobras, Nick Stilldry has 3. 2 each to Jake Owen and Aaron Willits. And 1 to German. Whilst for Melton South, Sean White and Braden Wood have 2 each.
And
as does Conway. 1 each to Olsen, Pendlebury, Fino, Kavarik and Curtis. There's the ball up. Chance here for Griffiths out of the middle to send the Cobras back into attack. Out wide towards Martin, who was hard at it. Took the mark, played on at ground level. Gave the hand pass to Schwarzenberg. Tested his speed. Threw the ball on the boot. Deep into attack. Siren sounds. There'll be no score. And we've got a game on in earnest here, if you don't mind. 29 minutes made up that third term. It's Melton South who hang on to a slender lead at home here at Melton Rec Reserve. They're 11-4-70. They lead Bacchusmarsh 8-14-62. We'll take a break and we'll be back with a third quarter update.
This quarter was proudly sponsored by Darley Bearing Supplies, Albert Street, Darley. Phone 53676766.
This broadcast of BFL Game Day is proudly sponsored by Western Screens, Blinds and Awnings, 35A Griffith Street, Bacchusmarsh. Phone 53701478.
Embroid Me Melton are soon to become Fully Promoted Melton. Only the name and premises will be changing. They will still have the same great promotional products, workwear and service to help you get your business or club recognised in the community. Embroid Me Melton help Apple 98.5 FM become fully promoted and can do the same for you. Call Frank on 9743 2550, proud sponsor of this station.
I'd always wondered about being a foster carer, but I wasn't sure if I was up to it or even eligible. It turned out that I was, and with all the support and training I got, well, now I'm doing it, and it's fantastic. I'm actually making a difference to a child's life.
As foster carers, we come from all walks of life. To find out more, call the hotline on 1-800-013-088 or visit fosterabrighterfuture.com.au and make a difference to a child's life.
Feeling uptight? Can't
635. Stop for quality and service for your side cut. Phone the top man Graham Gillespie at Rusdell for prompt and expert service. Proud.
Siren sounds to get played away for the final term here at Melton Rec Reserve. It's the Panthers who lead the Cobras by 8 points. There's the ball up. First clearance all important. Shea knocks the ball forward only as far as Theo, who's dispossessed, ball at ground level. Hot footy at that at the moment. The umpire will blow the whistle, come in and effect the ball up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground for the Cobras. They trail by 8 points. 8-14-62. Bacchusmarsh. Melton South 11-4-70. Possession weighed in favour of the Cobras, but they've been unable to make the most of a more efficient Melton South this afternoon. And it's reflective even more so on the scoreboard with 22 scoring shots to 15, but it's the inferior number, Melton South, with their 15 that lead the Cobras by 8 points. There'll be a repeat stoppage, attacking side of the middle of the ground. First goal, all important here, Fridge.
Yeah, definitely, Ton. More so for Bacchusmarsh than the Panthers.
There's the ball up, tap one by Birch, and he went looking for Still Dryer. Soccer off the ground was okay from Sullivan, but it was been cut off there by the Cobras. They get the ball towards half forward. Dixon didn't have to break stride. He's got speed. Elects to go by foot, though, rather than running his full measure. Just set it up for Willitson, went over his head. Griffiths taken to the ground there by Morrissey. The umpire says, I'll have it. And he'll effect a ball up about 15 metres out from the Cobra goal. Dixon could have just shown a bit more initiative there and ran his full measure, and he could have almost been within range as 50-50 ball. Panthers with numbers back. They'll effect another repeat stoppage, and there'll be a ball up 10 to 15 metres out from the Cobra goal. They try by 8 points. There's the ball up. Tap them, won by the big fella there in Dransman, who went searching for the boundary line and found it.
Pritchard's installed a lot of faith in Morrissey. He's back on Owen again. Giving a bit way latitude in height, Todd.
Yeah, Mepstead, though, the 17, I think there's been a change in that matchup. Chance here for the Cobras. Kick smothered. They've done the 1% as well today, the Panthers, as LaFranchi's hand pass is cut off. Chance there for Sullivan, who's dispossessed. Somehow it fell into the hands of Conway. So they've looked more open going forward on the press-up. Chance for Wyatt. Got around that tackle from Wardell. Too easy. Right foot kick into attack. Went in direction of Olsen. Veldon nearly fell over. Olsen kept his feet. Was taken to the ground by Veldon. Did well. Here come the reinforcements for the Cobras through Christopher. Got it to Wardell. High, slow kick. Out of bounds on the full, missed the lot. And Fina will bring the ball back into play for Melton South on half forward out of side of the ground.
Need to be better coming out of defence like that. That was an easy target to find, Todd.
Fino to bring the ball back into play. Runs his full measure, right foot kick. Goes in direction of Curtis. He had two to beat. Got hand to boot. Kick across the outside of the right foot has been touched. And most disappointed there, the Panther forward there with that excellent shark was Callis. And one of the Cobra defenders just getting one of their own Callis on the ball and gone through for a rush behind. Ball comes back into play. Bartlett, the target, couldn't take the mark. Pendlebury stayed down, did the sharking, the 6'3" man. Dribbled the ball inside, forward 40. Chance here for Wyatt. Sends the ball in towards Olsen. Comes out and takes the mark in front of Veldon. And the left footer will go back and have a shot on goal right in front of the scoreboard.
He's got a few to choose from to play forward. Todd, like Olsen, Conway, and throw Pendlebury. You know, he's got a few that he can choose from, and, you know, they're good quality players, the whole three.
Yeah, Wyatt's a likely type as well, and Curtis, he's on the better side of 6'2" as well, Fridge.
Yep.
So Olsen will have the shot on goal. They like it. That's what they needed, the Panthers. Some separation on the scoreboard, the 12th of the afternoon. And Olsen kicks his second of the afternoon. Melton South now. 12-6-78 lead Bacchus Marsh. 8-14-62.
What's a behind, Todd?
Oh. Well, I've never known the Panthers faithful to cheer so much for a behind. As the ball comes back into play, they get it beyond half back, and Bartlett takes the mark, plays on, hand pass. Oh, this is a 50-50 ball. German needs to be good here. Conway with a hand pass, got it to Pendlebury. Hurry kick to Dransman. Didn't really go the required distance, but the umpires paid the mark nonetheless. Wilson goes onto the right foot. Awkward right foot goes in the direction of Curtis. Comes out, takes the mark, the youngster. Boy, he's impressed this afternoon. He'll go back and have a shot on goal.
Why would you want to overuse the footy in the middle of the ground, streaming forward? Why not kick it? Fair dinkum, it's not rocket science. They're their own worst enemy, Bacchus Marsh.
Curtis will have a shot on goal. He's been good this afternoon. He's kicked one. The left footer. Set sail for the judge. The Panthers are up and about this time. He's put it through. 12-6-78. Melton South lead Bacchus Marsh 8-14-62. Curtis has his second goal. And the way I see things this afternoon, Fridge, the youngster is just about in the votes.
Well, he's not far off being best on ground. A boy that's out of the Western Jets. He's a likely type.
Now let's check out the response from the Cobras. They trail by 16. Needless to say, Burton won that chap. Got it to Shea at ground level. He's taken to the ground by the man of the moment, Curtis. There'll be a repeat stoppage right in the middle of the ground here. Melton South lead by 16. Burton won the tap, tried to get Shea on the hop. Missed him. Curtis out of the middle. Evasive skills to the left side, but too much for the Cobras. Penetrating left foot kick to a vacant outer side. Half forward line. Ball set okay for Callis. Tackle taken to the ground by LaFranchi. Tackable's good. Ball at ground level. Donomain had to be quick. Taken to the ground. Hot footy here. German over it. Can he gather? He does. Hand pass was clever. Got it to Schwarzenberg. His hand pass was good. Got it to Donomain. Back to German. Right foot kick inside 50. Willits is the target. Sets himself. Couldn't take the mark. Pleaded with the umpire for a free kick. Ball ends up in the hands of Owen and Callis. Call it even. The umpire says, I'll have it. And he'll ball it up 25 metres out from the Cobra goal. Game gone up a little fridge in the last couple of minutes. Burton grabs it out of the ruck. Just hand pass it towards vacant space. Hopeful rather than anything else. Tumbling pressure kick out of defence there from the Panthers. Went in the Callis direction. Managed to shrug the tackle from LaFranchi. Curtis again, steering kick went direction of Conway. They got numbers here, the Cobras through Christopher. Belder knocks it forward towards Blundell. Right foot hurried kick to the outer side forward, 52 to beat.
Parente.
And the youngster Parente
Great mark.
does just that. He's looking inboard. Does it look like he wants to have a shot on goal? Kicks it high to the top of the square. Goes in the direction towards Owen, who goes back. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go BACCHUSMARSHVER's way. And it's going to go to Willits, if you don't mind.
I didn't see anything.
And Willits will go back and have a shot on goal. An opportunity to narrow this margin here. 8 minutes into the final term. Back to 10 points. Willits. Shot on goal. No mistake. Melton South wanted to know what the free kick was for, so 2 fridge in all fairness. But it's enough for the Cobras to narrow the margin to 10 points. They're 9-14-68, the Cobras. They trail Melton South 12-6-78. 8.5 minutes gone final term.
I'll take it, Todd, and so will the Marsh.
Aaron Willits kicks his 3rd goal of the afternoon. He matches Nick Stilldryer's return. Also of 3, Jake Owen 2. Tom German has 1. That makes up the Cobras' 9 goals for the afternoon. Whilst for the leading Melton South, Wyatt, Conway, Wood and Curtis have 2 each. 1 each to Olsen, Pendlebury, Fino and Kavarik.
But both sides have been hard at it at the contested footy, you know. Just the breaks where they go either way will determine the game here.
Yeah, it's been a good game of footy.
Yep.
Unlike the one at the MCG this afternoon, Gold Coast 79 defeated Collingwood 55.
They're gone.
There's the ball up. Tap one by Burton. Went looking for Stilldryer. He found him. Tried to break the tackle. He did so, but Logan Blundell went without it. Here's a chance on the turnover for the Panthers through Sullivan, who got the ball over towards Callis, who got it to Thornton Gilling. He went deep into attack, and there's the man again, Curtis. Fanny can pop up in your soup here at the moment, Curtis. He'll go back and have a shot on goal. 25 metres out from goal. A little bit more acute than the 45-degree angle. But you'd think he'll have a shot here with all the confidence in the world. Chance to kick his 3rd of the afternoon. Curtis leans back on the kick. Comes back beautifully around for a goal. There's the answer the Panthers were after.
Got some class about him, Todd.
13-6-84 Melton South lead. BACCHUSMARSH 9-14-68. We did speak about the attention or their lack of into Curtis into the second half. And the youngster has... But, I mean, how many of them do you go to? You've got Pendlebury, Olsen, Wyatt and the like.
He's got some mastery to deal with.
But Bartlett's got the job. So there's some respect right there.
Yep.
There's the ball up, back in the middle of the ground. It's Melton South who lead by 16. Ball gets knocked to the outside centre wing. Thornton Geelan got the ball to his brother in there in Will. Hurried kick only as far as the Frankie on half-back. Goes wide to German. Been good today, German. Right foot kick towards half forward. Goes into the King direction. Didn't get a hand on it in the end, can you believe it? Callis does the mopping up. Gets the Panthers out of trouble. Right foot kick goes out wide towards Jake Thornton Geelan. Had to get body or ball there. Shea got neither. And Thornton Geelan, right foot kick to the attacking 45, if you don't mind. Curtis in front, couldn't take the mark. Burton did the sharking, well read by Will Thornton Geeling. Loves a goal, decided to give the hand pass to Wyatt. Well, it's hit okay for Thornton Geeling. I speak of Will. Shrugs one tackle, kick across the body. Loves these, put it through. And Will Thornton Geeling, who does love a goal, has pushed forward and kicked a left foot shot across the body and has put it through. Melton South 14-6-90. Bacchus Marsh 9-14-68. 22-point advantage to the Panthers.
It's a long way back from here now, Todd.
Well, you're never out of it at Melton South. I tell you, 95 got beat last week. 96 was the winning score. So they need to keep pressing here. As Dixon goes forward for the Cobras in the Owen direction. Couldn't take the mark from the outstretched hands. Mebstead in chase. Owen just falls over at the crucial moment just as he tried to wheel onto that right boot and have a shot on goal. Chance here for Pendlebury. Left foot kick's okay. Gets beyond the defensive 40. Found Chapman. Right foot kick found Notman. And he got some separation on Wardell and took the mark. Just how hard the Cobras are prepared to work without the footy. Kick was excellent tackle there by Christopher. The umpire went to blow the whistle, but he let it go. Germans hurried kick forward. Only Pendlebury could have been able to outstretch the hands and mark that one. Burton pushing back behind the ball for the Cobras. He's their saving grace as Pendlebury goes in the middle of the ground to Sharp, who switches play right out wide towards Morrissey. Got some separation on Willits. On half-back, they're not in a hurry now, the Panthers, as they were earlier in the game. They lead by 22. Tumbling kick goes in the direction of White. Couldn't take the mark. Tried to throw it away. That's got to be holding the ball, but the umpires let it go. Hand pass from Christopher. Went for Shea. He missed it. Blundell gathered. Oh, that's a free kick to German. That'll go against Olsen. And German will take the free kick down the ground. And the beneficiary will be Logan Blundell. Right foot kick from Blundell. Goes in the direction of Martin. Couldn't take the mark. Free kick there. Obvious free kick to Martin, who does a bit of remonstrating, can go and telegraph the hand pass over to Griffiths. Right foot kick inside 50. Goes into the Owen direction. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. Chance for Owen. Yes. Second attempt. Puts it through. That's the reply that Bacchus Marsh were after. They got their 10th on the board. And we're back to a 16-point ball game. 14 minutes gone, final term.
Just persistency by Owen, contested the mark. Ball falls to the ground, follow-up footy, and it results in a well-earned goal.
14-6-90, Melton South lead. Bacchus Marsh 10-14-74. Been playing 14 and a half minutes in this final term.
How long has Draxman been playing? Because David Barnes has just texted me and he said he played against him. He retired in 1994.
Yep, got told during the week he's played 350 games. As Kavarik got it towards Conway. Open hand pass to Callis. He's got the speed to Burn. Got away from Wardell. Open goal. Bang! Put it through. Took him 20 seconds to get that reply, if you don't mind. Would have taken you longer to read that text of David Barnes. That's how quick that reply was.
Yeah, no, he's just fallen off the cart.
So a goal to Callis. And Melton South, that's the response they wanted there. 15-6-96. They lead Bacchus Marsh 10-14-74.
They just seem to have the answers now.
And the Panthers have kicked their highest score of the year. Kicked 14-11 last week. It was 1 point shy of Redan's. They kicked 1-6 in the last quarter, including 3 posters. And Conway kicked 4-7 to go down by a point. There's been none of that this evening or this afternoon. As we're back in the middle, Burton And Thornton Gillen in the ruck, if you don't mind. It wasn't a bad effort there from Thornton Gillen. Ball goes to ground. There'll be a repeat stoppage. Ball up. Near 16 minutes gone, final term. Melton South 96 lead, Bacchusmarsh 74.
It's getting a bit dark here, Todd. They might turn the lights on and we won't see anything.
Oh, please. Spare me the murder in the dark scenario. Of course, next week we're at Mattingly Park. It's the Cobras hosting East Point. That's next week. As there's the ball up, tap one by Burton, but to no real advantage. Getting a little bit frustrated, the big fella.
Yeah.
For all that hard work and hit-outs. I reckon they've only had a handful against him this afternoon. They've really been unable to have effective clearance out of the stoppage as Burton's tap went as far as Shea. Quick hands, cut off there. There's another example. Sent forward by the Panthers. Curtis was hard in on it and should have given away a free kick. And the
affiliating umpire has given the free kick and should have been a free kick.
Yep, and Bartlett will take the free kick for all the courage in the world as Curtis just crashed into the back of him. As that hospital kick went forward and the officiating umpire didn't pay it. It took the central umpire, in fact, to come over and intervene as Bartlett takes the kick. Waste no time. Hurried kick to still drive, put him under the pump. Oh, what's going on here? They're going to bring it back. And he's going to have another kick there, Bartlett. It's going to go to...
Good pick-up by the umpire, Todd.
Well, it looks like Bartlett will take that free kick again unless the umpire... What is he doing? Well, they always have their moments in the sun. The umpires on an afternoon. They've been okay this afternoon as Bartlett goes to the outer side. Take two, if you don't mind. Found Curtis, who went with the spoil over the line for a boundary throw in. The Cobras wanting deliberate. The umpire says no. Boundary throw in to take place. Outer side centre wing, Melton South lead by 18 points. 18 minutes gone, final turn. There's the throw-in. Burton got pushed under the football by Thornton Gillen. Might have copped one high. The umpire said no.
Nope.
Just enjoying the jog back indeed and then put the whistle to mouth and finally he does. There'll be a ball up. 18 minutes gone. Tap one by Burton was hopeful more than anything else to be a copper under it, but it was Sullivan who does the mopping up. Got the ball to Lloyd. Hand pass over towards Thornton. Gillen hurried right foot kick towards half forward. A nice mark taken on half back there by Shea. He's been good as well. Kick wasn't as good as we've seen this afternoon as Olsen with that windy left foot gets towards half forward. They got the numbers here, the Panthers. Chance for Curtis. Kick across the body. Gets towards the last line of attack. I think it might have gone through for a point. It has. And be a handy one at that. Melton South 15-7-97 lead Bacchusmarsh 10-14-74. 23-point lead. 19 minutes gone. Final term. Waste no time. Kick into the middle of the ground. Was good by the Cobras. Owen was tackled, taken to the ground. Free kick. And it's going to go to Thornton Gillen. Gave the hand pass to Lloyd. His right foot kick. Goes out wide into the wide direction. He couldn't take the mark. Doing the sharking there was Conway. His kick was smothered. His second effort. Snap on the onside of the right boot. Luck's a fortune if you don't mind. And Conway's put it through. 16-7-103. Melton South lead Bacchusmarsh 10-14-74. Near 20 minutes gone, final turn.
Well, that's the nail in the coffin, Todd. There's no coming back from here for the Cobras. First 15 minutes of the first quarter, dominated the game. Didn't put the score on the board. Panthers have, just pressure and their execution of the footy and transitional has just been a little bit better, and there's speed around the footy too.
They found a smoky in the ruck through Thornton Gillen, who won that clearance, who got it to Pendlebury, got it to half forward, picked up by Fino. Into attack. Curtis comes out, takes the mark, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal for an opportunity to kick. He's fourth of the afternoon, and I reckon he's had a play in 3 or 4 others, Fridge.
Yeah, no, he's BOG by a mile, Todd.
So Paul Curtis, I bet your other teams will be happy to hear about his return to the Western Jets when that month void of footy comes to an end. Curtis leans back on it. He may have missed to the right. He has.
Yep.
Curtis thought he had that, but no. Minor score.
Only mistake he's made.
Still 10 minutes of time really left in this game. So, Todd South 104, Bacchus Marsh 74.
If the Marsh win from here, Todd, I'll piggyback you home to Bacchus Marsh.
So you'd think an upset here would be the biggest boil over since Polly put the kettle on.
Can't win.
All right. So there's a break in players. Country footy does its thing. We'll wait for the retrieving of the football. We'll give you an update score in other games in the BFL.
There's a Caucasian fella run away with the footy.
Lake Windermere 74, North Ballarat 53. Redan 104 lead Ballarat 50. East Point 84 lead Sunbury 41. Sebastopol 57 lead Melton 56.
Good game.
As the ball comes back into play, Cobras, right foot kick beyond half back. Oh, and the target takes one of the marks of the day. Read it beautifully over the back of Mepstead. Too far out to score. True centre wing. It's had but one kick out of the back line and it's on centre wing. Owen ran too close to the man on the mark. Chance of Pendlebury. Left foot high kick. Mepstead's going to end up with a footy here. Can you believe it? It was the man on the mark a moment ago.
And now he's
got the footy. And he's going to send the Panthers into attack. And they go in the direction of Conway. 2 to beat. Second grab, couldn't take it. Ball at ground level. Chance here for Conway. Gets the hair past to Curtis. Taken to ground by Hughes. And the umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up. 40 metres out from the Panthers' goal.
It's been a good contest between Felden and Conway. You know, so it'd be 50-50, really, Todd.
Yeah, it's been most contests have been good this afternoon. It's just been the effectiveness of the Panthers that looks like it's going to prevail on the day. German's been good. Hand pass over the top towards Dodome, but ball falls into the hands of Martin, who got it to German. Outside of the boots to Dodome. They need to move the ball. But he goes back and goes short to Martin, but they need to go longer into the Willets direction. He chooses that option. Willets sets himself and takes, just a little bit laconic there, finishing off his work. Had every bit of the footy, but did every bit but take the mark at the end as the ball gets ushered towards half-back for the Panthers. Over the footy there is Sharp. In there was Schwarzenberg. The umpire says, I'll have it, and he'll ball it up. 45 metres out from the Cobra goal. They trailed by 30 points. 23 and a half minutes gone, final turn. There's the ball up. Tap one by Thornton Gill, and he's been serviceable at least in the ruck. Free kick will go to the Panthers here to Callis. We speak of David. He can go short to Jake Thornton Gill, and he ignores that option. Will go short. The kick's okay enough to find Wyatt. He kicks to a vacant outside centre wing. Taken there by Michael Callis. He's got some speed to burn. Right foot kick inside 50. Goes looking there towards Conway. Juggled mark. 2 to beat. Outpointed his Copper opponent. He's taken the mark. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal right in front of the scoreboard. And an opportunity to extend on this Panthers 30-point lead as we need 24 and a half minutes gone, final turn.
Yeah, lots of fortune there for him because I thought there might have been a free kick the other way, but I might have been a bit biased, Todd. But, it'll take a good kick from here.
Well, you'd think over the journey at home, Conway's going to get enough forward entries here on this smaller ground of Meldon South, and whether he's got his kicking boot on will determine just how influential he can be in 2021 as he sets sail for the judge, misses everything, out of bounds, on the full. 25 minutes gone, final turn. Melton South 104 lead Bacchus Marsh 74. An update in other games in Ballarat League football. Windermere 81 lead North Ballarat 63. Redan 48-point leaders over Ballarat. East Point lead Sunbury by 36. Melton leads Sebas by 2 points. And we've got the Panthers who lead the Coppers by 30 here at Melton Rec Reserve. Kick back in from half back, out of the fence by the Coppers. Got to Burden, he got it towards German. Hurry kick to the other side, centre wing. Panthers have got the numbers and the pace through Callis. Right foot kick into towards the Wood direction. He waits at the back, but couldn't benefit off that bit of play. Panthers just with a bit of pace here in the dying sort of half of this second term, but somehow the Cobras end up with the footy and get the ball towards the outer side centre wing. Mark taken there by Owen. They got no time to waste. He keeps the ball low, and it's stumped off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. Near 26 minutes gone. Final term here at Melton Rec Reserve. Melton South 16-8-104. Lead Bacchus Marsh 10-14-74.
They haven't certainly stopped trying Bacchus Marsh, but they just haven't. Efficiency going forward is just costing them dearly. Todd?
Burton tried to thump the ball forward, fell into the hands of Callis. He hasn't got any slower as the game's gone on, but he's run out of bounds. He's gone on the wrong side of the white line in the white boots, and the umpire will bring the ball back into play. Melton South lead by 30. Still a couple of minutes to go in this final term, you'd think. Burton went the tap, went looking for German, couldn't find him. Hurried disposal out of the congestion from Will Thornton Gill, and he's been good in this final term. Got to the outer side centre wing. Chance here for Olsen. Penetrating left foot kick, keeps it low. Ordinary kick in the end. Cut off there by Lahoure. His right foot kick goes okay towards Schwarzenberg. They've got Martin and they've got Dixon over the back, and they've got King further afield. King sets himself, takes the mark in front of Pendlebury, attacking side of centre wing, Social Club side of the ground. Right foot kick into attack, goes out wide in the Willits direction, but it's been cut off by Thornton Gillen. Had a good game, had an excellent final term. And Thornton Gillen with the left foot will go out of side of the ground. High kick. They'll be happy with a mark in the crowd here, because that's the only one who's going to mark it. It's missed everything over the line, out of bounds on the full, and Burton will bring the ball back into play. The kick short to Christopher. Goes short again to German. On half forward. Probably too far out to score. The 45-50. Can go short. Looking there towards Willits. Errant kick. Riley Theo does the intercepting. Lloyd got towards Sharp. Chance here for the Panthers to get out of trouble through Morrissey. Got it to Mepstead. Mepstead's kick short's okay to Jake Thornton-Gillen. Right foot kick to the outer side. Callis's pace has been valuable in this final term. Doesn't get any slower. Right foot kick along the lines. An excellent kick to Olsen, who can wheel around onto the left boot. Goes short. Kick's good to Wyatt. Good passage here from the Panthers. When they link up in the chain, they look good. Here's the BOG Curtis onto the left boot. As soon as you give him a rap, he shanks it.
Second mistake.
Picked out 3 Cobras at the end, but not by intention, as the Cobras will turn the ball over through Dixon, through the middle of the ground. 1-on-1. Morrissey.
Have a look at that.
Better than Willits.
Have a look at that. 4-on-1.
So bringing out of defence here was Sharp with the hand pass, and the Cobras will get them. The Panthers will get themselves out of trouble. Setting himself there was Theo, couldn't take the mark, but Frankie tried hard. Hand pass inboard to Shea. Right foot kick inboard's good. King was a tight attempted mark as the siren sounds to end proceedings here at the Melton Rec Reserve, and the Panthers home crowd will be ecstatic. They had one win at home in 2019, and that was against North Ballarat by a similar margin. And they have won their opening game of season 2021. They're 1-2. They look pretty good when they got the ball in hand, Melton South. 16-8-104. They've defeated Bacchus Marsh 10-14-74 in Apple 98.5 FM's game off the round. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the goal kickers and best players.
This quarter was proudly sponsored by Darley Bearing Supplies, Albert Street, Darley. Phone 53676766.
This broadcast of BFL Game Day is proudly sponsored by Western Screens, Blinds and Awnings, 35A Griffith Street, Bacchus Marsh. Phone 5370 1478.
SLM Organisation